about two very influential men who helped medieval Europe, specifically Italy, jumpstart its way from the Middle Ages into the Renaissance period. What can anyone tell me about these two men?
Leonardo was an artist and an engineer.
No, he was the leader of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cowabunga, dudes.
Was that the one with the orange headband?
That's Michelangelo.
The red headband?
No, that's Raphael. The purple headband was Donatello. Leonardo had the blue headband. Duh.
He invented the tank, and the glider, and the parachute, and the repeating cannon.
Didn't he paint the Last Supper and the Mona Lisa?
And he saved the lady television reporter from the Foot Clan that was led by Bebop, Rocksteady, and the Shredder.
Okay, well, it appears that we all seem to have a working knowledge of Leonardo. Majority of us, at least. What can anyone tell me about Machiavelli?
He was an Italian prince.
He wrote The Prince.
Is that the story about the fox and the grapes? You know, the one where the fox complains about not being able to reach the grapes and then decides that they're too sour?
I think Aesop wrote that.
The fox and the grove?
Aesop.
The fox and the sheep?
Aesop.
Fox and the lion?
Aesop.
And Machiavelli. He wrote about leaders being foxes and lions.
What else do we know about Machiavelli? Anyone? Well, alright. Today's exit ticket will be for all of y'all to write a few sentences on the question of which one of these two men was most important to the late 16th century to early 17th century, and which one of them is much more influential today. Wait. You guys can't start writing your exit ticket without knowing all of the facts.
It's clearly Leonardo. Hardly anyone has even heard of the other guy.
Well, maybe it is Leonardo, but this is AP World History class. Do you think I'd really let you get off that easy?
Oh no. I have a feeling we're about to learn that this Machiavelli guy didn't want to just write about foxes and lions.
Oh, how well you know me. Shall we begin? Both men lived roughly at the same time in history, with Da Vinci being born in 1452 and Machiavelli being born in 1469.
That makes Leonardo 17 years older.
And that makes Leonardo 17 years old.
Both men lived the majority of their lives in Florence, Italy, which is a town about a week's horse ride north of Rome. Machiavelli was born in and died in Florence. Can anyone tell me where Leonardo was born?
Florence? Rome?
That's an easy one. In the Middle Ages, nobody really had a last name, so they all just used where they were born as their last name. So really, Leonardo da Vinci just means that he was born in Vinci.
Good.
And that makes me, Timo, the OKC.
Actually, Vinci is a Mandela effect answer.
What's the Mandela effect?
The Mandela effect is a phenomenon where a mass of people misremember the same fact. Like how most people think that the witch from Snow White says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?"
That is what she says.
No, she actually says magic mirror on the wall. Then there's the idea of how to spell Looney Tunes. You know, the cartoons with Bugs Bunny.
Looneytons?
No, Tunes is spelled Tunes. I should know since I watched it all the time with my mother and father.
Luke, I am your father.
Yes, there's another example of the Mandela effect. Darth Vader does not say that.
Are you kidding me? Everyone knows that he says, Luke, I am your father.
He doesn't. Look it up.
So you're saying Leonardo da Vinci was not born in Vinci?
Leonardo's full name is Leonardo del Piero da Vinci, which means he is the son of Piero, born in Vinci.
So if Leonardo's dad was born in Vinci, where was Leonardo born?
He was born in Anciano, Italy.
He was born in Anciano, Italy. Who cares?
Regardless of their birth towns, both Machiavelli and Leonardo both claim to be true men of Florence, which is essentially where the Renaissance began.
Not in Rome?
No. Rome was dominated by the church and had tried to keep the status quo of conservative thought.
Bread and circuses. I read about that.
Yes. Well, the bread and circuses Rome was about 1,400 years earlier, but in a sense, you are correct. The Pope and the policies of the Holy See, which we call the Vatican today, maintained order, sometimes with bread and circuses, and then other times with threats of excommunication.
What's excommunication?
Excommunication is whenever you get kicked out of the church. Not just out of the building, but you get your name taken off that roll sheet.
So if I get excommunicated, then that means I get to sleep in Sunday morning? Sign me up.
Me too.
Excommunication means that you don't get to go to heaven.
Hello, that's a little harsh.
Ooh, yeah. I hate the summer heat how it is. I hate to think of how hot it is there.
Maybe it's a dry heat.
Was Leonardo a religious person?
Well, you may think so, since he was known to have conversations with the Pope.
He was friends with the Pope?
It was more likely that the Pope was friends with Leonardo.
Maestro, the way that you have painted the seashore, it's an amazing technique.
It is crap.
What? No. Look, how the waves, the crest of the waves coming onto the shore, how the wind's blowing from right to left.
Right to left? Are you kidding me?
Left to right?
Maybe I should go back to drawing anatomical pieces. Why don't you and the rest of my students get me a fresh model from which to work from?
Oh, about that.
What?
Well, you see, they've doubled the guard at the cemetery. It appears that perhaps the local constabulary has discovered that not all of the newly dead have stayed where they were interred.
So now we don't have bodies to use for our research?
Sorry, Maestro.
Can't draw body parts. Can't paint landscapes. What do I do now? Doodle architectural blueprints or portraits of people?
Well, there's a commission from the head of the Gherardini family. It's rather large. He wants you to paint his daughter, Lisa.
Lisa? I don't know.
What's the matter?
Her smile is kind of weird.
Well, anyway, the Pope's here to see you.
The Pope. And you're just now telling me?
Well, yeah, I left him in the foyer. He was very interested in some of your drawings, particularly the ones about the Last Supper.
Ah, the Last Supper. Do you think he'll be able to figure out all the clues I left in those? You know, how like the two central figures are leaning away from each other to form the shape of a chalice, which suggests the location of the Holy Grail?
Maestro, you put clues into your painting where the Holy... You know where the Holy Grail is?
That. Or I'm just screwing with people.
I'll go get the Holy Father.
Francesco, I've got it! If we take a hose and attach it to the bellows, we can continually pump fresh air into the diver's suit while he strolls on the bottom of the lake. Be a good lad and get me a glass of water, please. This isn't water, this is wine.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. Water into wine isn't that big of a deal.
Your Eminence, I got distracted.
Yes, I heard you. You know, Jesus was able to walk on water, but you're trying to walk at the bottom of the lake.
It hasn't been done before.
Moses might take issue with that.
Moses had God holding back the sea for him, so that doesn't count.
Pretty sure it does count.
We'll agree to disagree. Now, what brings you here to my workshop in Florence?
I need your help.
For a favor.
What kind of favor?
I don't suppose you could intercede with me with a big guy, you know, with the soccer club this weekend? We're playing Naples and...
That's too big of an ask.
Turning water into wine and holding back the Red Sea is no big deal. But helping Florence in a friendly is too much?
Leonardo, there are miracles, and then there are miracles. Casting out demons and putting them into pigs, feeding 5,000 people with just a few fish and a loaf of bread, raising people from the dead are well within the Father's wheelhouse. But helping Florence beat Naples in a soccer game may be even too much for him.
Okay, so what can I help you with?
Seems the French king is trying to rile up the kingdom of Milan against me with the Papal States, and may succeed. I was wondering how you're coming on your designs for castle defenses and or other weapons of war.
Oh, well, since we've last talked, I have designed a tank, a parachute, a catapult of gargantuan size, and a single-person flight.
Excellent. Have you put any into production yet?
Not yet. I have the blueprints, and I have the models, but I don't have the coin to buy the materials.
What are you doing with the money the church is giving you for your commissions?
I'm giving it away to charity.
Which charity?
The charity that takes money away from people when the soccer team they bet on doesn't win.
You mean bookies? Leonardo, the Italian mafia.
You know, it really wouldn't hurt if the Lord could just let us score a few goals this weekend.
Leonardo, the church, and when I say the church, I mean me, will be extremely put out if you don't use your considerable brain power to help us defend ourselves against the French.
I don't know. I'm pretty busy.
Okay. It's just, we have this new commission we're thinking about giving you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Palazzo Vincenzo needs a painting of the Battle of Ingiri. It would be good money for you. We would like to offer this commission to you, just as soon as you can build prototypes of your war machines that we can then copy.
Or you could give me the money now.
Or we could give the commission to Michelangelo.
Michelangelo? That pipsqueak!
Did Leonardo ever get the commission for that painting?
In fact, both Leonardo and Michelangelo got a commission. Leonardo was supposed to paint the Battle of Annihiari on the eastern part of a wall, while Michelangelo was supposed to paint the Battle of Cassina on the opposite part of the wall.
So the two battles can be seen at the same time?
Well, that was the plan, although neither of the paintings were there. Leonardo got frustrated with the fact that his paint couldn't stick on the wall, and Michelangelo got distracted by a sculpture of a tomb, and then by the paintings of the Sistine Chapel ceiling.
I heard that Michelangelo drew all of his political enemies on the back wall of the Sistine Chapel, putting them in a painting that depicted heaven and hell. All the people he didn't like were at the bottom of the painting, if you know what I mean.
That's skibidi for sure. Taking shots at your political opponents like that is just wicked.
Machiavelli had political opponents.
Yes, and they died.
For real?
Assassinated.
For real, bro?
Burned at the stake.
He was the first chancellor of Florence, basically like the mayor of the city.
I see you two have done some previous studying of his time period.
He was actually the second chancellor of Florence.
Basically, the vice mayor of the city. He was in charge of Florence's interactions with other city-states.
So he was a general?
Not really.
He wrote laws?
Not really. Most of the writings we have today are just poems.
So he was a poet?
No, he was someone that people could go to solve their problems.
He was a fixer?
What's a fixer?
You know, like an assassin.
So, Leonardo was a good guy and Machiavelli was a bad guy? Cool.
Machiavelli wasn't a bad guy.
Say, I just looked up the word Machiavellian and it says this. It is a personality trait often characterized by manipulation, cunning, and a willingness to exploit others for personal gain, often disregarding morality.
So, Machiavelli was just in it to win it.
Regardless of the consequences.
Sounds like my kind of dude.
Niccolò Machiavelli may have had a reputation for being sneaky, but he was all about using his talents for the good people of Florence. Now, even the Pope knew that.
Niccolò, what are you working on now?
I'm finishing up a letter to Signor de Medici.
You're writing a letter to Lorenzo the Magnificent? I knew you had pulled with the higher-ups, but...
No, Lorenzo and I are not on speaking terms. I'm writing to his younger brother, Giuliano de' Medici.
What about?
It directly concerns your aunt. None of your business.
What? You think I'm a spy?
I sure hope so, Vittori, since I'm paying you to do just that against Rome.
Yes, I'm spying for you, not against you.
Which is exactly what the double agent would say.
Perhaps you trained me so well that I'm a triple agent. Spying on them for spying on you for spying on them.
You are not that smart. It is a wonder I put up with you at all.
I brought you a present.
We already brought down Savonarola from his position as first chancellor of Florence. I do not need any more gifts for a while.
While we're on that topic, I assume you're running for office? Since you are second chancellor to this fine city, that this council and citizens would vote you in a heartbeat.
They had better not.
You don't want to be first chancellor?
Heavens no. Do you know what happens to first chancellors?
What?
They get assassinated. Haven't you been paying attention? No, I'll stay second chancellor, if you please.
So who do you think should be first chancellor?
I suppose I'll put money on Soderini. He has the backing of Lorenzo the Magnificent. In politics, it is not what you know, but who you know.
So that's why you're writing a letter to Giuliano de' Medici.
Good try.
Your present?
Thank you. What is it?
It's a map for your collection.
Indeed. I can assure you, whatever it is, I have a better copy. I do have quite a collection, if I do say so myself.
You don't have this one. This is new.
How new?
In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. New.
A map of the New World? How did you get your hands on this?
I know a guy who knows a map maker.
It is nicely drawn. There are the islands that Columbus claimed for Spain.
Columbus? I thought he was from Italy.
Yes, he's Genoan.
Oh, Genoa. Hate that soccer club.
What is this?
Oh, discoverers found a large landmass just northwest of the Indies.
Yes, I mean, what is this?
Oh, the name? They're calling it America.
America?
I guess the mapmaker named it after himself.
Seriously? Vespucci named the land after himself? All he did was draw on a piece of paper.
Suppose Amerigo thought, you snooze, you lose, and put his name on it before anyone else.
Wow. Well, no one will be using a name like America 50 years from now. They will come up with a better one.
I think the Pope likes the new name.
How do you know?
I was just chatting with him.
In Rome?
No, the vestibule.
The Pope is here? In my house? What is the Pope doing here in my house?
Does the Pope poop in the woods? No, he visits the little boys' room.
The Pope is here in my bathroom? I don't have any clean guest towels.
That's okay, Niccolò. I can wipe my hands here on my frock. Vittori, if you would excuse us.
Yes, Your Eminence.
Awful spy, Niccolò. Surely you could get somebody else to spy on me who isn't so obvious.
I don't know what you are talking about.
Whatever. See, you have a copy of Amerigo Vespucci's map.
Indeed. I heard you were okay with him putting his name on the new landmass.
Names come and go. Jacob's name changed to Israel. Simon's changed to Peter. Saul's to Paul. My birth name is Rodrigo de Borja y Doms. Now they call me Pope Alexander VI.
Maybe I should change my name. How about Alexander VII?
I'm not dead yet, Machiavelli. Besides, the cardinals would never elect you as Pope.
As penitent as the next man.
So you had nothing to do with the assassination of the first chancellor last month?
Of course not. I was working on a book of poetry at the time.
A book about poetic justice?
Nothing of the sort. Brings you to my humble home.
Troubles with Milan.
Their soccer team.
Worse, their army.
Ah, indeed. While we are on the subject, could you maybe speak to God about giving Florence a better goalie? We are going against Naples this weekend.
What is with you Florentines? No! God doesn't work that way.
Maybe you could put a papal blessing on the soccer ball?
What? No. Maybe. But let's worry about Milan first.
Yes, of course. My spies, I heard through the grapevine that the French king is planning to use Milan as a puppet state to attack Rome.
Well, we should be trying to stop that, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
I'm not overawed by your enthusiasm.
Don't get me wrong, Your Eminence. It's just, what does Florence get out of this deal?
You will not face my wrath and be excommunicated from the church.
Wow. Seems a little harsh.
Sorry, it's just... French King and I do not get along well. Still upset about the false Santa Pope in Avignon not getting recognized by Italy.
That was 80 years ago.
Yeah, and the French are still upset about it. So much so that they're trying to rile up the Kingdom of Milan against me.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Machiavelli's position of second chancellor of Florence was that most like the Secretary of State in the United States. He is a person that conducts the affairs with other countries, yet in this case, other city-states of Italy. Machiavelli had spies in Rome, Naples, Milan, Genoa, Venice, as well as many other places. If anyone could stop Milan from attacking Rome, it would be him.
So did he do it? Did he stop Milan?
Not really. He stopped Pisa.
I could go for a deep dish pizza right now.
Ooh, and garlic breadsticks.
I'm gonna order it on DoorDash.
The teacher didn't say pizza, he said Pisa, like the town in Italy.
Have you two ever heard of the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Yeah, that one. That's the one the teacher's talking about.
How did Machiavelli stopping the city-state of Pisa help the Pope stop Milan from attacking Rome?
Really? Neither one of you?
I don't see the connection.
Me neither.
Machiavelli stopped Pisa by enlisting help from an inventor who specialized in war machines.
Tony Stark?
Look, I am your father, and I am also Iron Man.
Leonardo was an inventor.
I don't think Leonardo and Machiavelli ever met.
Yeah, even though they were the most popular leaders in their town, you probably would have guessed that their paths would have crossed sometime.
And, of course, everyone knows that Pisa is the arch enemy of Florence.
Everyone knows that Pisa is the arch enemy of Florence.
So, teacher, are you saying that these two men of Florence met and made a plan to stop Milan by stopping Pisa?
Well, although there is no official record of a meeting between the two, it was pretty clear that they had met up at some point.
I wonder how that meeting went.
We can usually find him. No. Oh, I know. Leonardo's probably outside staring at the clouds, or, oh, he may be drawing birds. Or, no, he's writing an essay over how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. You never know with Leonardo.
Oh, I would argue Niccolò is much worse. Always writing essays about how to overthrow the government, or how to stop a government from being overthrown, or how to overthrow a government that's in the process of overthrowing itself.
It sounds complicated.
It's really not. It boils down to be the first to do the backstabbing. Say, is that Lisa Gherardini?
Yes, you know her?
Nah, I just know she's got an awkward smile.
Yeah. So, where is Signor Machiavelli?
I suspect he's around here somewhere. I mean, Sir Leonardo's got a lot of interesting toys I'm sure Niccolò would be interested in. I think I hear them now.
But you could see how it would be useful as a tool, yes?
Of course. A self-propelled car will eliminate the need to carry horse feed for the horses, since there won't be any horses to feed.
Exactly.
Well, it's simply brilliant. You have a working model?
Not yet. The Pope has been a bit stingy with funds as of late. He has told me that any and all monies I receive shall go towards building his war machines for Rome.
Ah, the Milan problem.
He spoke with you as well.
He did. In fact, he suggested I come see you to see if we can put our two heads together and come up with a way to stop Milan.
Well, I do have a minute with nothing to do. Surely we can quickly solve this problem. Francesco, could you give me a map of the area from here to Milan?
Actually, Leonardo, I brought some maps to aid us on our quest. Vittorio? Ah, here we are.
Oh, this is a nice map. Who made it?
Amerigo.
That hack! You know, he started off as a commission artist, but he couldn't paint himself out of a wet paper bag. I'm glad to see he has a bit of talent for map making. Though, I wouldn't be surprised if his name disappears from the annals of history within a decade or so of his passing.
I agree.
Now, if we look here, it is clear that the Milanese army will have to travel southeast along the Apennines.
Sure, that would make the most sense if Milan was planning to send their army. Although I have it on good authority that they won't.
Oh, do tell.
See, Sir Leonardo, the Milanese are afraid that if they travel far south as far as the Rubicon, that nobody will be back behind to stop the French from invading.
But Milan is in league with France.
Does anyone here trust the French?
My spies in the north have informed me that Milan is using French francs to buy a mercenary army.
Mercenaries. Where's Milan getting mercenaries from?
This is the best part.
Oh, don't tell me.
Yep.
Pisa.
Pisa! Are you kidding me?
It makes sense, of course. The Pisans are solitary, poor, brutish, nasty, and short. They make perfect mercenaries.
Pisans. So, if we defeat the Pisans, we stop Milan.
Humiliations galore. Yes.
Oh, yeah, the Pisans. I hate them. Remember 2 years ago? We lost to them in the Italian Cup on PKs.
I remember that day very well. I lost a lot of money. Stupid Florentine goalie.
Do you have a plan?
No, I just have my spies. I was hoping you could come up with something.
Well, if we look here, the city-state of Pisa is about 5 hours on horseback.
Our troops could arrive at the city gates in 16 hours if we march them through the night.
Or we could take military barges on the Arno River and go from our backyard all the way to their backyard.
I'll bring my rapier sword. It is a very sharp point.
Better to stab people with.
Better to puncture their soccer balls.
We won't need your sword, Francesco.
I was telling my spies to look for a way to get past the city walls.
We won't need your spies, Niccolò.
No, you have a plan?
I do. How long can the average person go without water?
I suppose 3 days before it becomes a medical emergency?
I agree. Excellent. Tell your people to tell His Eminence that we have found a way to stop Milan from attacking Rome, and it will cost them barely more than double my commission.
Double your commission? Maestro, are you sure that your idea is worth that?
Oh, come on. You're right. Let's triple my commission.
What's your idea?
We take away their water.
How?
Are you guys familiar with the 10 labors of Hercules? The 5th labor gives us all the answers we need.
Of course, that is brilliant.
Could either of the two of you geniuses fill in the blanks for us mere mortals?
Senor Leonardo is proposing we reroute the river to the Tyrrhenian Sea.
Rerouting a river? You can't be serious.
I am.
If we reroute the river, Pisa has no water source. No water source means a great deal of suffering for the city. As a bonus, Florence can move its goods to the Tyrrhenian Sea without paying a toll at Pisa.
So, if we take the water away from Pisa, all the people in Pisa will flee. And then, if Milanese want to get people out of Pisa for their mercenaries, there won't be anybody there.
Let me see that map. If we have our Florentine engineers construct dams here and here, and dig a canal through here, the river will then flow south of the city. We can then link it up at the Aurella River near Stagno.
So is that why we go over Masso's Triangle every year on the first week of school?
No water, no life.
Heinous.
I'm thirsty just thinking about it. It's too bad they took my Red Bull at metal detectors this morning.
There are many events in world history where whole cities were destroyed, or at least significantly damaged.
Rome salted the earth after they razed Carthage to the ground.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki,
Sodom and Gomorrah.
the Mongols attacked Baghdad,
The great earthquake in San Francisco in 1906.
but Pisa, I don't remember reading about Pisa being destroyed.
Yeah, Pisa's still there. Has like a population of 100,000.
Well, that's because Leonardo and Machiavelli's plan didn't work.
The
Pisans stop them?
No, red tape stopped them. The Florentine City Council took Leonardo's plans that he meticulously drew out and then proceeded to try a different method of rerouting water, which failed miserably.
What? Did they try to make water flow uphill or something stupid like that?
Something exactly like that. The project ran into all sorts of problems. That the council ran out of funds, the whole thing came to a screeching halt. The Pisans stood behind their walls and laughed their heads off.
Whoa, bogus.
If Leonardo and Machiavelli had succeeded in destroying Pisa with the river plans, the Renaissance period would have been quite a bit different.
How different?
Who knows? Florence may have become a world power. And maybe Machiavelli could have become the king of Italy.
Maybe even causing the British to ignore the New World. And the Italians would have been the ones to start the 13 colonies.
Pizza and spaghetti for everyone!
Alright, y'all. Your exit ticket is to determine which two of these Florentines had a greater impact on the Renaissance movement and or our current times. You have about 8 minutes left in class. Y'all should get to writing.
8 minutes.